Joining us now is Democratic Senator Elizabeth Warren of Massachusetts. She has already endorsed Vice President Kamala Harris. Senator Warren, thank you so much for taking the time and being with us this evening. Really appreciate it. So, Senator, you put out a video tonight, very effective form of communication, as you often do, and you said in that video, quote, "The part that's fun to think about is when you're up against a convicted felon, who better than a former prosecutor to take it straight to Donald Trump?" That is very fun to think about, especially in a debate. But let me ask you, what do you think scares Trump? What should scare Trump the most about a general election against Vice President Harris?
A tough woman scares Trump. Also, Trump, I think, is very afraid of someone who knows how to hold people accountable. Think about Vice President Harris's years as a prosecutor. She's someone who's gone toe-to-toe with people who bluster, people who bully, people who lie, and she has held them accountable. She doesn't get distracted. She doesn't get rattled. She just hones in and she delivers. I think somebody like that is really frightening to Donald Trump.
I have no doubt about that. I can't even imagine what he's thinking right now. I'd love to know. I want to know what you were thinking, because you are such an effective communicator about the economic agenda of the Democratic Party and the Biden-Harris administration. Watching that convention last week, J.D. Vance's speech, parts of Trump's speech, where they were basically arguing they had a better agenda for the working people of this country. Tell me about what your thought bubble was in those moments.
So I kept thinking about Project 2025. Yeah, I hear J.D. Vance, I hear Donald Trump say working people, but read down in the details of Project 2025, in which Donald Trump has already said that he's ready to go, and J.D. Vance backs him up, on a tax cut that will deliver $3.5 million in tax cuts every year to every billionaire in this country. And Project 2025 says it's going to be paid for, on average, family of four will pay $2,600 more every year, just so the billionaires can have more. That is not supporting working people. That is not out there trying to strengthen America's middle class. And here's the thing. I have known Vice President Harris since she was back as a baby attorney general, and I was trying to set up the Consumer Financial Protection Bureau in the wake of the 2008 crisis. We worked shoulder to shoulder to fight back against those giant banks that were trying to cheat homeowners all across this country. And that's what Kamala has been doing year after year after year. So she's got that prosecutorial experience, but she also has that economic experience. Just a couple of months ago, she was in there pitching with the CFPB to help people who are drowning in medical debt. She's been there. She's been really down in the dirt under your fingernails. What does it take to stand up for hardworking people in this country and just give them an opportunity to build a little economic security? And that's what Vice President Harris has been doing. That's what she's going to be able to run on and just beat the pants off Donald Trump and J.D. Vance on.
The pants off. I don't want to remember that visual, but it's a good one for people to hear. So, one of the big decisions the vice president, the now likely nominee, the current vice president, needs to make is who her running mate is going to be. Charity, as you said, has quite a record to run on. What kind of a person, you know her well, what kind of a person or candidate would be a good partner for her? And is there anyone in your mind you'd like to see her consider?
I really love the way you framed this question. Who would be a good partner? Because I actually think that is the right question. I know that all the pundits and the poobahs want to sit around and say, oh, so-and-so from X state or so-and-so to appeal to this group. I think that Vice President Harris has had a terrific relationship with President Biden. She has been part of the decision-making process. She has been out there fighting every day for the items in the administration's agenda. You know, on student loan debt, for example, she's been in there making those punches, helping people get the relief that they need. I think she's going to want to replicate that kind of experience, and she wants to be president to a vice president that's someone she can depend on. And what makes somebody someone you can depend on? I think it's the shared values. It's somebody who really does see the world the same way. It's somebody who believes that government is not here for the billionaires and the giant corporations. Government is here to work on the side of working people. Government is here to invest in Americans, to invest in education and healthcare and housing. Oh, and a big one coming up, big fight that we're going to have, child care, because we need to get this done across the country. I think she's going to want someone who looks at government that same way, someone she can rely on. And I think she's got a lot of good people out there she can pick from. We got a deep bench, and that's good.
No question about it. And it is the person's partner, no question about it. First person in the room, last person in the room. Senator Elizabeth Warren, thank you so much for taking the time to join us tonight. Back to you, Rachel.
Thank you.
Great interview, Jen. That was fascinating. Elizabeth Warren is a powerful communicator on behalf of her party. You think about one of the things that's happening in Democratic Party politics right now is as the party is consolidating around Vice President Harris as the nominee, you are getting sort of testimony not only from people who have worked with her as vice president, worked with her during the Biden administration, but people who know her from the Senate, people who ran alongside her in the Democratic primary the last time around for president, but also people who have experience with her in the Senate, and seeing these endorsements come up and seeing that sort of articulated support from Elizabeth Warren. I think we're going to have a lot of that in coming days. One other